Somewhere in the next few minutes of this video, one of these charts may describe your exact financial situation. But if these charts I'm about to show you do not convince you to start investing ASAP, I don't think anything will. Chart number 1. Put away $450 a month and run it at a 7% average return, roughly what the market has handed investors after inflation for the last century. And by year 40, that is $1.18 million. Let it ride for 50 years, it's $2.45 million. $450 a month works out to only $15 a day. A takeout lunch and a coffee that you skip, turned into a number most people never see in their entire working life. Look, people love to diss the skip a coffee trend, but look, the point is really more about finding ways to move your money from the expense column into the future wealth building column. Imagine you start small, but then instead of staying at only $15 a day for a dreaded 40 years, I mean, who has that much time? Well, instead, you increase that amount from, let's say, $15 a day or $450 a month to $800, $1,000 a month. The path to $1 million, well, that becomes much shorter. And here's where it gets uncomfortable, though. That chart was never really about the $450. It's about the years. And the years are the one thing that none of us get to buy back. So look at these three people. All three of them put away the exact $200 a month. All three retire at the age of 65. One of them starts at 25, the other at 35, and the last one, 45. The investor, of course, who started at 25, ends up with $525,000. The 35-year-old, $244,000, and then the investor who started late ends up with about $104,000. The only thing that changed was when they started. Find yourself in that lineup right now. Which one are you closest to? But not all is lost, because if you're like me and you didn't start in your 20s, but rather your mid-30s or even later, the path here is to find opportunities to invest more money. And I know that sounds easier said than done, but what I learned was that if I could just take a moment at a time and start focusing on getting out of debt, I'd have more money. For example, I focused first on removing my car debt, which ended up freeing up a whopping $500 a month that I could invest. Then I got rid of my student loan debt, which gave me another $200 a month. Now I have $700 a month to invest as long as I don't go out and get another student loan or another car with a car payment. The easier path I should have taken, of course, was to not get into that kind of debt in the first place, especially the car debt, but it is what it is. But this brings us to chart number 2. This next one matters more than any of the others because it's not really about your age. It's the exact moment your portfolio that you work on building grows in a single year that starts outpacing what you're putting into it. That is a magical moment that a lot of people kind of ignore. But for somebody that's investing $200 a month at 7%, that crossover will land around year 11, which means before that, all the work that you're putting into it, all the dollars that you're investing, all the contribution, it feels small. And it feels like, honestly, nothing's happening no matter how consistent you are. If you're in the boring middle right now, tell me in the comments down below. I want to know how many of you are grinding through it. I feel you. I've been there. But after your crossover, your money starts doing more of the heavy lifting than you are. And it keeps accelerating from there. Now, the best way you could do this is check this by pulling up your brokerage and look at your latest monthly statement and check what your contributions were for that month and then what the growth was. And then what you want to do is keep doing this because it'll go up and down and trend differently, but look at the years ahead. And as you continue to cross over that, the best part will be when you see that investment growth higher than your yearly contribution. Big deal and a big win, but you've got to start investing. And this is where the importance of getting started with a brokerage and an investing app like ASAP is important, just like today's sponsor, Moomoo. Here is my actual account inside my Moomoo portfolio, which holds a few individual stocks and companies. Moomoo's fundamental engine gives you AI-generated company briefings, Wall Street analyst forecast, valuation models to see if a stock is over or underpriced, and even insider trading activity, so you can see exactly what company executives are buying and selling. And right now, new users can get up to $1,000 in NVIDIA stock plus 8.1% APY on uninvested cash just for opening and funding your account. Link is in the description below. Now, to this point, I only shared theory. So let me share actual proof that this works because I don't want to. Well, in 2013, I decided to start attacking my debt. I had over $220,000 if you don't know me yet, and that was between cars, student loans, and a mortgage. I started picking up an extra job, side hustles, and by 2015, I was down to $18,000 in the hole. 2016, 3 years in, finally hit zero. Now that's not rich. It's what George Kamel calls getting back to broke. I stayed consistent with debt payoff and converted all of that money I was paying toward debt to now investing like a crazy person. But here's the chart that should end any argument about whether it's actually worth doing. Chart number 3. Someone investing $300 a month for 45 years at 7%. Total money out of their pocket, $162,000. Total value at the end, just over $1.13 million. Run the math on your own number for a second, whether you're investing right now or whatever you're about to start. Most of what you end up with isn't coming from what you put in. It's going to come from the growth you never had to work for. And that is the part that people miss when they think investing is only for people with money to spare. It's about getting started, letting that grow. And then at some point, the best part is, honestly, when not only your investments are outgrowing your growth, but also when your investment growth outgrows your income that you're making from your job. Let's say, for example, you make $50,000 a year. Well, at the end of the year, you're averaging like $60,000 a year from your investments. That's magical, guys. That's something to actually take a look at. And it's accessible to anybody. If you don't know me yet, I'm the guy that just started investing $5 a day. That's a simple like $152 a month, $152 a month. And I've been doing that since January of 2022. Now, if you want to see my actual results, I'll link that video up, the latest one, in the description below that you can watch next. But the next chart, chart number 4, I had to say for this part of the video, honestly, because it's actually the chart that got me most excited to start investing. And let me see if you feel the same. And by the way, before I reveal this chart, I have a question for you. Why in the world are you investing in the first place? Are you looking for early retirement in general at some point? Are you saving up for something? Let me know your goal in the description and start the comment with goal so that way I know you're one of the elite viewers who are still with me watching this video to this point, and I appreciate you, and I want to make sure I have a chance to respond. Here is the chart, the distance of $100,000. When you invest, let's just give an example, $10,000 a year on a modest 7% return, look at how many years it takes to build your first $100,000, over 7 years. But then the next $100,000 is only 5.1. Now, before you say, well, the math isn't mathing on that. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, but it is. And it's the real reason that compounding is magical, because you continue to invest your $10,000, and now all of this money that has been invested up to the $100,000 starts really compounding nicely at that 7% average. It's what makes the rest of the chart look even more exciting. I mean, notice how the distance between each milestone gets shorter and shorter and shorter, despite the fact that you haven't contributed any more than the $10,000 a year. That's the key. This is why getting started and staying invested is critical. Staying invested means literally staying invested, even when the market crashes. Don't pull out. Don't be one of those crazy traders that ends up losing more money than those that just stay invested. But how do we know the market will still keep growing though if it does crash? Well, I have a video on that, and it actually looks into the mechanics, the actual mechanics of that very question. I'll link that in the description below. If you're interested, you could watch that video. But now the one catch here comes with chart number 5. Every one of these charts assumes that you actually stay invested, as I mentioned, not in and out, not panic selling during the downturn or buying back in once it feels safe again. According to the Ned David research data compiled by Hartford Funds, a 10% correction happens on average about once every 11 months. That is like once a year. A 20% drop, well, that happens roughly once every 3.5 years. That's not the exception. That's the toll. That's the admission fee, I guess, for the numbers on the screen. Every chart that you watched already has those drops built into it. But staying still through the drop is what actually separates the people who reach the numbers from the people who watch a video like this, nod along, and go back to scrolling. That's why chart 5 is more of the helper chart, to let you know that this does happen. but it's the power mechanism behind charts 1 to 4. When I was young, I had to pay the admission price of going in and out of stocks and getting scared when the stock market went down. I'm somebody who lived through 2008, 2009. I know some of the viewers out here, you've also lived through 2008, 2009. What we did during that period is what separates the people who are much wealthier today than those who are not, simply from poor investment decisions. Let's be real with ourselves. Figure out your version of that $450 a month or whatever number you can actually commit to. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be automated. Something that you never see hit your checking account. Something you've already decided in advance you're leaving alone. It's going to happen. That is what is going to separate you into investing. Get started with investing. You can get up to $1,000 in NVIDIA stock when you get started with Moomoo. Take the step today. The link is in the description below, and your financial adventure continues by checking out this video up here next. Keep building your Sharpe money, and I'll see you on the next video.